Hi everyone, this is Marie Blue Angel, and today I'm playing A Tropical Christmas. This is a visual novel that was released for Winter Visual Novel Jam 2024. So all of the visual novels under this game jam are winter themed. However, though this is also taking place in the winter, the story takes place in the Philippines, which makes sense why this is called A Tropical Christmas, um, because it's more, it's hot. It's hot in December and January and etc. And I'm very excited to play A Tropical Christmas in general, just because it seems like a really cool story about like family, friendship, connection. Love that. But also because it reminds me of the last time I had a tropical Christmas in the Philippines. My family is from the Philippines. I'm Filipino American. So this is going to be slightly nostalgic for me. And also, I'm just really excited to check it all out. And also, I just love this is like, wow, it's winter, but also it's like warm and beautiful and everything I need it to be. I'm at that part of winter where I just need it to not be winter anymore and not be so dreary, but here we are. Um, anyways, without further ado, let's just get into it because I'm very excited about this. December 23rd, 2003. Ketaklan, Philippines. I don't know where that is.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright.
Okay, we love the singing. Are we caroling? Are we doing our little carols around the neighborhood? I remember doing this.
Round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in her. Kuya, can we change the song? They're not giving us money.
They're not giving you money. You deserve the money after singing. I'll do my best to translate, I guess, or just put in some context for people who don't know anything about Filipino culture. So I'm assuming Mateo's this little kid right here, and Kuya, which means like older brother. Whether that's like actually like your actually brothers or someone like, I mean, you can be like related. Like you can have an older cousin and call them Kuya, um, etc. Anyways, but for the moment, these two seem like they're brothers, and the one on the left is older one because he seems more like, I don't know, closer to 10, 12 than like 6 or something that Mateo seems to be, but also very valid for wanting to change the song.
Mateo, we've sung that to the 10th house already. We've earned 30 pesos. If we sing that song, we'll have money to buy us ice cream.
I do love ice cream.
Okay. Silent night, holy night, all is calm.
This is such a fun song, but also I get it. I would want to sing a different song.
Tag, you're it!
Hey! No fair! Mom! Mom!
Gosh.
What? Mom? No! Wait, Mateo, I'm just kidding!
Tag! You're it!
Lol. How cute.
What the? You asked for it!
Kuya Chase, you can't catch me.
I don't even know who I should bet on right now. Maybe Mateo. You'll outrun your older brother.
Oh, yes, I can! I'm gonna get you, Mateo! You better run!
I pretend to miss catching Mateo by a few inches on purpose, making him laugh harder.
You missed, Kuya. I told you, I'm too fast.
Oh, that's cute though that Chase did that.
You're fast, but I'm faster!
I catch him and scoop him in my arms. We both fall on the ground.
You're too fast, Kuya.
Cute.
See? I told you!
Ay, naku po. Chase, Mateo, go inside now. It's time to sleep.
I would also like. I am assuming this is Mom. Wow. I love your little outfit, Mom. So beautiful. So gorge. I don't know any Tagalog or the like, so I know nothing. I know some things just from, growing up around my relatives and family and everything, but I truly know nothing. So I don't know. Like, stop. I'm gonna say that just like feels like like what are you doing? Like, I'm so frustrated at the scene, but not really. But it's kind of, I don't know, like I feel it, but I don't I don't know what it means. But I have heard this a few times, if not more, as a kid growing up. But anyways, what's important is that Belen is probably like, my children, please stop your shenanigans, let's move on.
Aw, okay, Mom.
A bunch of Christmas carolers arrive and start singing to the top of their lungs.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry
This is cute.
Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Nice.
Again. You kids already came here yesterday. Sorry, but you won't be getting aguinaldo from me anymore.
No more gifts. No more money.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ang babarat ninyo. Thank you.
Oh my god, like that's so funny. Sorry. I'm like, a lot of my commentaries gonna be like, oh my god, I remember that. Because, oh my god, I remember that. My gosh. Oh my gosh. How terrible. Like, I remember that phrase. I don't remember, being so mean and like running off and like whatever. But I feel like my parents have probably told me stories about this also. But anyways, the carolers all give my mom the finger and then run off.
Ba, mga bastos kayo ah. Get back here. I'll be telling your parents about this.
Don't mess with Belen. She will get you.
Hello, Mare. How are you? Lapit na Pasko.
Something about Christmas.
Ah, Maring Madrid. Oh, kumusta? How's your husband? Merry Christmas, ha?
Something kumusta means like how are you? Basically, I can't tell if Meringue is like older woman or not. Who knows? Anyways, while they're chatting, Mateo and I look at each other and laugh. We look up at the starry sky.
Me too, Mateo. I'm super excited. It's almost here.
Almost Christmas.
We'll get to open presents, eat all the food, and maybe see Santa.
And you know what's even cooler? This is our last Christmas here, before we move to the States.
Oh.
Really? Why?
So we can have a true Christmas. This time with snow. We're gonna have a real Christmas.
I love that Christmas is so like much associated with winter. I don't know if I ever really, I mean, I've experienced snow, but I never lived in snow until a few years ago. So I think it's so funny. So my associations with Christmas are just like, well, maybe it's gray and it's a little cold and it rained. That's it.
In the States, Christmas has snow. Snow, Mateo. It's just like in the movies.
Depends on where you move, but I love the enthusiasm.
We can build snowmen, throw
Ooh.
snowballs, and even go sledding. Christmas in the States is so special. You'll see.
So, Christmas is not special here, Kuya?
No, it is. It's just different.
I mean, it is, but in the States it's like way more magical. It's like a winter wonderland with snow everywhere.
Wow! I'm excited, Kuya.
But we'll still have lots of fun here before we leave. We gotta do everything we can.
So true. They're so baby. Oh my gosh.
Then, when we're at the States, we'll have a real special Christmas in snow. We'll be together every day. Mateo?
My teacher said that when we're grown-ups, we won't be spending Christmas with each other. Is that true, Kuya?
Don't listen to them, Mateo. They're stupid.
But teacher said we'll grow old. We'll be adults, and we'll all be too busy.
I mean, sometimes it is like that, but you know, you could always try your best. Also, I don't know why. I need to turn up this and turn down this. I don't understand. At least I'm hearing weird. I'm hoping it's not too drastically weird for you all watching, but
We'll always spend Christmas together, Mateo. No matter what. We're family.
Really? Yay! I love you, Kuya Chace.
oh, so cute.
This will be our last hot Christmas. Hello, snow and real Christmas.
Hot Christmas? Anak. That's not the right term, hmm? We call it a tropical Christmas.
Belen's like, my child is so funny. How freaking fun. Anak means like child. But I mean, I like the hot Christmas. How fun. Tropical Christmas, also fun.
Tropica?
Mom, when will we leave? I can't wait to show Mateo the snow.
When your dad arrives from the States tomorrow, he will take all of us to live with him there. Anyway, it's time for bed now.
I'm scared. I read the synopsis. What's gonna happen? We lay on our bed, sleeping together.
Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, Mateo. Just one more sleep.
I can't wait, Kuya.
Good night, you two. I better not hear any more talking.
But I really can't wait.
They're so excited for tomorrow.
Kuya?
What, Mateo?
I love you, Kuya.
I love you too, Mateo. Let's get some sleep, okay? Let's play again tomorrow. Christmas is coming.
Falls asleep right away, so tired.
Huh? What?
What?
Mateo, did you hear that?
I heard it, but what was it?
Kuya, what was that noise?
Let's go check it out. Stay close to me, okay?
Dishes?
Belen, how could you keep this from me? After all these years.
I didn't keep anything from you. I didn't know the truth until now either.
I didn't want to deliver this news so close to Christmas, but Remington deserves to know the truth, Belen. Who the frick? Wait, am I not hearing a voice? So sorry, that was voice and I literally don't know. Okay.
You lied to me, Belen. These results don't lie!
I didn't lie to you, Remington. I didn't know.
It's impossible for you to not know this, Belen!
What did they say, Kuya?
Shh! The two of you, get back to bed. Now.
We both go to sleep again. How could you sleep with all that commotion?
Chace, wake up. Anak, we have to go now.
Huh? What's happening?
There's no time to explain. We're leaving for the States with their father. Immediately. Come on, get your things. Yaya, grab Chase's stuff. Now.
The States? Now? But what about Christmas?
We'll still have Christmas. But we need to go now. Okay? You want snow, right? There's lots of snow there.
Oh my god, am I watching a telenovela? Like, the drama that happened. Oh my gosh. I grabbed my stuff. I see Mateo still sleeping. I walk to wake him. up, but Mom stopped me.
Chase, help Yaya pack your stuff. Come on. We're in a rush. White Christmas, right? Are you excited, anak?
Okay, my guess is, even though I don't understand, question mark, how could she? Okay, my one working theory is that Mateo's not their child, like biologically, or at least is not Remington's child, biologically. And for some reason, Belen didn't know. But like, is she in denial about it, or something did happen, or like? And Chace is their child, seemingly. I don't know what Remington looks like, but I'm gonna assume to some degree Chace looks like Remington. But that doesn't. I mean, I guess that kind of explains why they're kind of rushing off to the States, seemingly without Mateo. Like they're like kind of related, or are they just not related at all? And something happened. And who was there telling this news to Remington? I just gave them a generic voice, but I have no idea who they are. So I guess that's gonna be part of the story. I immediately started grabbing my clothes and toys and shoving them into a bag.
That's all the stuff, ma'am.
Hurry up! We don't have time for this!
Okay, Remington, slow your roll. No need for yelling. My gosh.
Dad? You're here? What about Mateo? He's still sleeping.
Chase, please just get in the car. Let's talk about snow. We'll build snowmen.
Mateo! Mateo! Wake up! We're leaving for the States.
Kuya?
Ugh,
The States?
he's so cute waking up.
For the love of... Yaya! Yaya!
On it, sir.
Dad grabs me and starts carrying me. My mom carries all of my stuff out the door. We enter the car outside.
You're coming with us, Chace. Make sure every bit of his stuff is there, Yaya. Every last bit.
I watch as the maid load our bags into the trunk. Mom gets into the car.
Aren't you excited? Chase, we're going to see snow. Imagine the white Christmas, all the snowflakes falling. And we'll build snowmen together.
Okay, but you're not telling him about his brother, which I'm sure he's very much concerned about.
Mom? Where's Mateo? Mom!
I saw Mateo ran toward the front door, but the maid stopped him. I rolled down the car window. Shit.
Mom! Dad!
So sorry, not to interrupt you, Mateo. Like, legitimately, it's like, one, Chace doesn't know what's happening. Mateo doesn't know what's happening. The adults know know to some degree what is happening. But, like, Mateo's also much younger than, like, Chace. I'm assuming just from, like, you know, what I can see from their character sprites. And so, this is wild. And also before Christmas, too. This is extra wild. Like, my guess is then... Or, another guess, if it's not like, because then it doesn't really explain why Belen wouldn't know. If Belen didn't know, maybe he's a kid of, like, someone else in the neighborhood, and they gave her, gave her a different kid, question mark? I have no freaking idea. Like, I don't know if that would make any sense, but if we're going off of telenovela vibes, then I could see that. The teleseria, what do you call those? This is not telenovelas, teleseria or something. Anyways, this is dramatic as frick. So we got to see what's gonna happen. We're gonna like go 21 years into the future.
Mateo! Dad! Why isn't Mateo coming with us? Dad!
If you wanted to have a good relationship with your child, then I don't think this is the way to do it.
Belen, calm him down as I start this thing. I told you we shouldn't have woken him up.
I hate Remington. I mean, I also don't like Belen right now, but like I really don't like Remington right now.
Chase, anak, you love snow, right? We'll still have Christmas there.
I watched Mateo through the snow, still in his pajamas crying. I see the maid and the man who was with Mom and Dad earlier.
Mateo!
Yeah, who's this man?
Roll the damn car window up, Belen.
Mateo.
Y'all not having good sense of emotional intelligence here. Oh my goodness. This is heartbreaking. 20 years later. Okay, sorry, not to shout. Sorry. I got excited. Not excited, but like, I knew a time skip was coming, but I also didn't think it'd be only 20 years. Okay. Oh, okay. December 13th, 2023, 12 days before Christmas.
Mabuhay! Pinoy Pacific Air welcomes you to Katiklan, Philippines. We have just landed at Katiklan Airport.
Oh, Pinoy Pacific Air. How fun. Oh my god, Chace.
The local time now for your convenience is exactly 5:35 p.m. and the date today is 13 of December 2023 on a Saturday. On behalf of the captain and crew, we hope you had a pleasant flight and
Hey Chase, just checking in. I know you're on leave, but we had some issues with the code on the Jenkins Harper project. Can you take a quick look?
No, he's on leave. Why bother someone when they're on leave? I don't understand.
I'm on vacation, remember?
Gosh, Chase looks so angry, rightfully so. I mutter under my breath, tapping at the screen of my phone. My headphone's battery icon, a sliver of red. I glare at them, resigning myself to the fact that I might have to deal with the chaos of the airport without my usual distraction.
Come on, don't die on me now.
It is so hard with like long haul flights to like keep your electronics all charged. I will say I'm a type of person nowadays who will just like use more of like usually if it's an international flight, the airplane will have like, you know, entertainment like on screen, and so I use all of that before I use my phone and stuff. Like I watch movies and all that, but because I hate when this happens is when my like headphones die and I need to like navigate the airport or something. I stuff them back into my bag and finish typing the rest of my text message to my boss. I hit send and turn my attention to the view outside. The weather is starting to turn. Dark clouds are gathering in the sky.
I'm on vacation, sir, so I won't be able to handle anything work-related right now. I'll try to check in once I'm settled in. Thanks for understanding.
Whew.
please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the aircraft comes to a complete stop and the fasten seatbelt signs are switched off.
I rolled my eyes as the distraught Karen tried to stand up, but was stopped by a flight attendant. I turned my eyes back to the window, and I noticed a few raindrops starting to splatter against the window.
Once again, welcome to the gateway of Boracay Island. Maraming salamat and enjoy your holiday.
I've never been to Boracay Island, actually, so this will be fun to see. And maraming salamat is some form of thank you. Enjoy your holiday. How fun. Soon as the fasten seatbelt signs are switched off, I stood up to stretch. My back ached from the long flight. Grabbing my duffel bag from the overhead compartment, I made my way down the narrow aisle, following the crowd of passengers toward the exit. As I stepped off the plane and into the warm tropical air, I opened my phone before its battery dies out, pulling up Mateo's last email. I'll be waiting for you at arrivals, Kuya. I'll be holding a sign with your name on it. Oh, Mateo! I walked through the terminal, arrivals. My eyes scanning the sea of faces around me. Families reunited, couples hugged, and people held up signs with names scribbled on them. But there was no sign of Mateo. Boracay. This little picture. Ate, welcome home.
Friend, you finally arrived.
Okay, so people are reuniting. The sun hung low in the sky, casting a golden orange glow over everything. My fingers fumbled in my pocket for the old family photograph there, the one that Mom always carried. I pulled it out and stared down at it against the dim airport light, my thumb tracing the edges of the worn-out paper. There we were, Mom, Dad, me, and Mateo. My dad stood in the center, his arm around my mom, both of them smiling so wide. I'm the goober on the left, awkwardly grinning, with my arms crossed. And there's Mateo on the side with a corncob that he's using as a microphone. Cute. It felt like a lifetime ago. Could I even recognize him? The thought stings a little. We haven't spoken at all since we left for the States. It's only when Mom and Dad passed away that I received a handful of emails from him. Okay, so they're gone. I folded the paper and shoved it back into my pocket, feeling a pang of guilt rise up. I hadn't seen Mateo in over 20 years. My parents had left him here. When we moved to the US, they told me not to contact him or even bring up his name. Why? I'm here for you, Mateo. Kuya's back.
Where could he be?
Where could he be? The air was thick and warm here in the Philippines. Very different to the cold air back in the States. Where in the States? I'm so curious. But there was a growing tension in the sky. The wind had picked up, and dark clouds were starting to gather. The storm was coming. I better find Mateo soon. People rushed past me, eager to begin their holidays and reunite with their loved ones. I scanned the sea of faces in the arrivals hall, and I suddenly saw it. A hand waving above the crowd. The sign clutched in the person's grasp had my name written on it in large cursive letters. Chace McShane. This was it. I threaded my way through the mass of people, but as I got closer, my steps slowed. That is... I love your hair, but I am assuming that it's not Mateo. It wasn't a man standing there. It was a young woman. Her pink-colored hair was long, cascading down her back, and she was smiling, waving at me. Kuya, over here. It's me. I don't hear anything.
Oh, hello there.
I glanced around, half expecting to see Mateo nearby, but there was no one else with her. Confused, I approached her and stopped just short, pointing to the sign.
Hey, do you know Mateo?
Is this Mateo? Is that fine? That's great, if it is. It's me, Kuya. Oh, okay. Great, we love that. The word hit me like a punch to the gut. Kuya, older brother. Mateo used to call me that, but the voice saying it now was not what I expected.
Mateo? Is that really you?
You can call me Maha, Kuya. I don't go by Mateo anymore.
I love that. Perfect. I had no idea, but oh my god, so cute. Looks so good. Maha. I like that name.
I didn't know. Sorry.
Don't worry, Kuya. Didn't expect you to, know this. It's been a long time.
Well, I'm happy for you.
It felt like the world had shifted under my feet. I wanted to say something. Anything. But the words wouldn't come. I should have known that. Said Kuya. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Wait. Does that make sense? No. Actually, I wouldn't have known. Because you just say ate o Kuya. It's not like, I don't know, in like Korean it like changes. Like the term for like older sister doesn't change if you're like, identifying as female or male or etc. So there's no change. So I wouldn't have known. Okay, great. Okay. I love the pink though. So fun, so vibrant. It felt like the world had shifted under my feet. I wanted to say something, anything, but the words wouldn't come. All I could do was stand there, staring at this person in front of me, trying to reconcile the image of the boy I once knew with the woman standing before me now.
We should go, Kuya. The storm's getting worse.
Yep.
Yeah. I didn't know there was gonna be a storm.
You'll need to walk to my place. It's not far.
Not with the storms going on. Oh my gosh, these images are like, whoa. Feel that. Okay. Maha started walking, and I followed, my feet moving on autopilot. The walk to her place was supposed to be short, but it felt like miles.
So, do you live near here?
Idiot. Of course she lives near here. Why would he even be walking to her place if it's that far? Hold on. I have to charge my computer. Okay. So also I'm like thinking, like, was this whole thing of the parents taking Chace to the States, was this related to like Maha being Maha now? I don't know how, like, I guess it could have been, but like I would be curious to see what those details are once we get more of the story. And does Maha know anything?
Yes, Kuya.
Great. That's good to hear.
We walked in silence, the wind pushing against us as we made our way down a narrow street. The air was thick with tension, and I could feel Maha glancing out at me from the corner of her eye every now and then, waiting for me to say something, but the words wouldn't come. After what felt like an eternity, we finally reached her place, a very small house tucked away on a quiet street. Maha fumbled with her keys for a moment before unlocking the door and stepping inside.
Please make yourself at home, Kuya.
Thank you, Maha. Sorry.
As I stepped into my god, so sorry, into Maha's house, I had to duck slightly to avoid hitting my head on the low door frame. The inside was smaller than I expected, cramped and bare. The walls were made of rough, uneven cinder blocks, with no paint to cover the cold gray surface. The room smelled faintly of damp air and cheap detergent.
Thank goodness we got inside before the storm poured.
So true, so true.
Kuya, please close the door.
Oh, sorry.
Can't let all that precipitation get in, Chace.
That was a close call, Maha. My laptop could have gotten soaked. Well, it's a good thing you live nearby. I forgot to bring an umbrella with me. Thank goodness we're here now.
Maha shifted, glancing at the cinder box before her eyes met mine for a second. The single light bulb hanging from the ceiling flickers now and then, casting a dull glow over the space. It's dim, but the only thing lighting the room. A Christmas tree, stood in the corner, small, barely a foot tall, its fake needles looking worn and uneven. It's decorated with a handful of old, poorly made ornaments. The single string of lights wrapped around the tree blinks weakly, probably as old as the decorations themselves. I do love a little tiny tree, though.
Sorry it's not much, Kuya, but it keeps the rain out.
I mean, I don't think you need to apologize. And it's your space, you know? It's nice that you're sharing. Maha walked over to a small corner of the room where she grabbed an old mat and a threadbare blanket. She yawned, clearly as exhausted as I am.
I doubt the boats are running tonight, though. Not in the storm. They might leave early morning, but 3 a.m. is still a long way off. You can sleep here in the meantime, Kuya. I'm sorry. Oh, are you hungry, Kuya? I have some instant noodles that I can...
I'll be fine. Don't worry. I ate a lot of food on the airplane. It's all good.
Your tour guide might be here before 3 a.m., but still, it will be a while.
Might as well sleep. I honestly, I'd feel so exhausted. Especially in the weather change and everything. That always makes me so sleepy to be in a very warm, humid environment. Especially after traveling for so long. I nodded, glancing at the clock on the wall. Barely 30 minutes past 6 p.m. The storm howled outside. She smiled as she took another mat and spread it across the floor. A silence erupted between the two of us. I nodded, unfolding the mat and laying it down on the floor. The silence between us grew heavy. It pressed down on me as thick as at the humid air in the room. I should say something, but what? It feels like we're strangers, and yet she's my sister. She yawns again, and I can't tell if she's waiting for me to speak or just wants to sleep. I think about my options. Should I talk to her? Or would it be better to just sleep and avoid the awkwardness? You better talk to her, Chace. You didn't come all the way to the Philippines to do silence. Talk about the Christmas tree? I glance at the small, worn-out Christmas tree in the corner. It looks like it's seen better days, but it's there. Its color, faded ornaments softly swaying through the wind.
So, the Christmas tree. It's really nice that you have one.
What do you mean, Kuya?
I'm saying that it's cute. Did you decorate it yourself?
No, Kuya. It was like that when I bought it for 60 pesos at the garage sale down the street.
Okay, but we're festive. Okay.
Yeah. 12 days until Christmas, huh? Hey, it reminds me of when we used to decorate together. Before everything, you know?
Yeah, before, everything.
Okay, but I'm curious about the emails. How much have we talked? I mean, obviously maybe not that much because we didn't even know, what Maha looked like, now. And we only found out, Chace found out, how many, maybe no more than an hour ago. Anyways, she turns away, focusing on the weak flickering lights of the tree. The silence that follows feels suffocating. Wait, did I mess things up? Stupid, Chace. Stupid. I mean, that's my bad if I chose the wrong option. Maha? What's the name? What was the inspiration for the name? I'm curious if you're able to tell us. I shift uncomfortably, trying to think of something else to say. Then it dawned on me. Maha Blanca was a dessert we ate when we were kids. I don't know what that is.
Maha. Is your name from the dessert? Maha Blanca?
Yeah, my adoptive father named me after it. He used to make Maha Blanca for a living before he died. When you guys, he took me in, gave me that name because I didn't have one. Well, not one that mattered to anyone anymore.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, Maha. I didn't know.
I mean, honestly, you were also a kid. Like, what were you gonna do? Your parents were dragging you to a different country across the ocean.
Don't worry, Kuya.
She gives me a small, tired smile, but it doesn't reach her eyes. Then another silence. One more time, and then we gotta go to sleep.
So, how's life been for you here in the Philippines?
It's been okay. I've made do. It's just hard. I had to figure things out on my own. After that, my adopted dad, died. I didn't have anyone.
I swallow, guilt rising in my chest. I wasn't here. I wasn't there for her for 20 years.
It's fine, Kuya. Please don't worry. You were over there living your life. I was here. You don't have to pretend to care now.
I mean, I do think Chace cares. It's like more so access, like how much. I mean, and I also don't know, like, how long has Chace been working? How old are we? Like, are we closer to 30 or not? Because then maybe arguably we could have, I don't know, like, visited sooner, but when did his parents die and all that, and et cetera, who knows? The conversation is making everything worse, reminding us both of just how long it's been and how much has changed. Guess we're sleeping. I pull the blanket over myself, the awkwardness between us too heavy to push through right now.
I think I'll, sleep now. You should rest too, Maha.
Please do, Kuya. I think Isagani will be here soon before 3 a.m. If the storm clears.
Isagani? Who's that?
Your tour guide for Boracay, Kuya. I asked him to keep an eye on you while you're here.
That's nice. Isagani.
You know him?
Yeah, he's a very good friend of mine. One of the few that I have. I figure it'd be easier if you had someone local to help you out.
Thanks, Maha. I appreciate that.
Maha flinches. The rain pounds against the windows, which are barely holding up with their thin glass and frayed curtains fluttering from the draft that sneaks in.
Don't mention it, Kuya. Please. You must be tired. Let's get some sleep.
I want these two to get along so bad. With that, she turns off the light and walks to her mat. I pull the blanket tighter around my shoulders and let the sound of downpour of rain lull me to sleep. Rain. Eventually, exhaustion took over, and I drifted off into a restless sleep. Okay, I'm able to play for a bit more, so we're going to see what happens once we get to Boracay. I woke... I'm not to the island, I think. If I'm correct. I don't know. Geographically, I need to look things up. Okay. I woke to the sound of my phone buzzing relentlessly. I reached for it, squinting at the brightness of the screen in the dark room. Of course. Derek, my boss. I stared at the name flashing on the screen, irritation rising in my chest. We're very angry. A string of unhinged curses danced on the tip of my tongue. The storm hadn't let up. If anything, it seemed to have gotten worse. The wind howled like some kind of banshee, slamming into the house as though trying to tear it apart. It wasn't the first time my boss had done this, calling or messaging me at all hours, forgetting I was on vacation, acting like the world revolved around our project deadlines. I slid the phone open, already knowing where this conversation was going.
Hey, Chace! My man! Our star performer! How's it going? Listen, I know you're on vacation, but this can't wait. Sorry to interrupt your lunch break.
Lunch break? It's 12:31 a.m., midnight in the Philippines. Typical. He probably didn't even bother to check the time zone.
Boss, It's midnight here, in the Philippines. Have you forgotten?
I know. Hey, listen, like I said, can I have an update on the Jenkins Harbor project? Liz, the motherfucker.
Before I could tell him off, there was a loud knock on the door. I froze, still holding the phone to my ear, but not really paying attention to my boss's ramblings anymore. Maha! Maha? Are you there? It's me, Isagani. Let me in. I shot a glance over at Maha, still dead asleep on another mat, completely oblivious to the noise.
So we had to tell that bee, Liz, that she needed to double check on the export file, which she never did. Wait, Chace? Chace, are you there?
Derek, please stop
Hello?
calling. Please stop talking. We are on vacation. I do not like this. This is so disrespectful. My boss was still talking, but I wasn't listening.
Later, boss.
What? Later? We need this ASAP, Chace. Liz.
I hung up, tossing the phone aside, and got to my feet. The mat creaked beneath me as I moved, and I quickly made my way over to the door, peeking through a small crack in the wooden frame. Through the pouring rain, I could barely make out the figure of a man standing there, his hand raised to knock again. His clothes were soaked through, his hair plastered to his face from the downpour. Maha, it's me. The storm's still bad, but you wouldn't believe what just happened. I hesitated for a second, unsure of whether to wake her. The storm outside seemed to have muffled everything inside the house, and Maha was still fast asleep, curled up tightly in her blanket. Is Chace there already? Open up. It's getting pretty chilly out here. Sorry, Sagani, I have no idea what your voice sounds like. As I reached for the handle, I could hear the wind howling even louder outside, rain lashing against the door like it was going to break through any second. Whoever Isagani was, he had picked one hell of a night to show up. I opened the door, and the storm hits me full in the face, in full force. I don't know what I imagined. The wind whipped rain into my face, and the roar of thunder echoed around us. Standing in the doorway, drenched from head to toe, was a man. Probably Isagani. Hello. He was handsome. His hair clung to his face. First thought. I love that, Chace. He is. His hair clung to his face, dripping with rainwater. His skin was a warm, rich brown, and his eyes were black. For a second, I just stared, and to my surprise, my face flushed. I could feel a blush creeping up my cheeks, and I silently cursed myself for it. Isagani blinked, looking at me. He was clearly startled to see me.
Wait. Who are you?
Chace? Quickly shook it off, stepping aside so he could get out of the storm.
But please, just get in!
You're right, hold on.
As if on cue, the wind outside howled even louder, the storm growing more intense by the second. Isagani quickly stepped inside, shaking off some of the rain that clung to him. I closed the door behind him, locking it. The wind howled louder, and the rain slammed against the walls. Isagani glanced out of the window for a bit.
Woo! I didn't think the storm was going to hit harder. Looks like I just made it in time. Whew, thanks for that.
Woohoo, yeah. We're all safe here.
Yeah, it's pretty bad out there.
Are you Chace? Maha's brother by any chance?
Yes, that's me.
Are you alright? You look a bit surprised.
I mean, it's like midnight, I don't know.
Yeah, just wasn't expecting anyone. Maha mentioned you might come by, but I was expecting it to be at 3. She's over there, sleeping. I didn't want to wake her.
She always was a heavy sleeper. Hey, good thing your plane arrived before the big storm hit.
Isagani rubbed his hands together, trying to warm himself up. He shivered slightly, pulling his soaked shirt tighter around himself. The lights flickered on and off. I glanced out the window. The rain was relentless, slamming down in sheets, making it impossible to see anything beyond the dark blur of the storm.
The storm might last the entire day. It's worse than they predicted. The boats definitely aren't going anywhere for now.
Mm-hmm. Good to know.
Wait, the boats won't be leaving? So Baraka is off the table?
I sat down on the edge of the mat, trying to ignore the chill seeping through the thin blanket Maha had given me. The air felt damp, heavy with moisture, and the howling of the wind outside made it chillier.
For most people, yeah. Many of them have already checked in hotels here in Katiklan. But
But
there's this guy. Big time daredevil. He's been filming extreme stunts all over the world. And now he's here.
Ooh, okay. I suppose we'll meet this person.
He wants us to sail to Boracay in the middle of this storm.
Are you crazy? Oh my god. Your safety!
what? In this? Is he serious?
He thinks the storm will make for a more thrilling video. I mean, who doesn't want to see a boat flying through waves like a roller coaster?
Who doesn't want to see that? I don't know. I would be so concerned. Like, about safety purposes.
And you're okay with that?
He's paying a lot of money to make it happen. Enough that I couldn't say no.
Before I could respond, a deafening crack of thunder split the air, so loud it felt like the sky itself was tearing apart. The entire house shuddered under the force of it, and the lights flickered again, dimming for a moment before returning. I jumped at the sound, my heart racing as the storm grew even more intense. Isagani barely flinched, though his eyes darted toward the window, gauging the weather. It did not wake Maha, though. She was still sleeping soundly like a baby. Nice.
That's definitely not a good sign.
You're seriously thinking of sailing in this?
He said I can bring someone along if I want. Maybe you want to join? Since there will be no other way to get to Boracay. Besides, I've been through worse storms. But this one is something else. We'll see how it looks in the morning. The daredevil wants to meet at the docks around 7 a.m.
I was gonna say 1 a.m. It's like an hour from now. I took a deep breath, the idea swirling in my mind. On one hand, it sounded exhilarating, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But on the other hand, the storm outside was downright terrifying.
What? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. What if the storm doesn't let up? We could get caught out there.
Another rumble of thunder echoed through the air, this one deeper, more distant, but still menacing. The storm didn't seem like it was going to let up any time soon.
Look, you don't have to decide now. We'll see how things are in the morning. But if you're feeling adventurous, well, I wouldn't mind the company. We should try to get some sleep. The guy will be at the docks at 7 a.m., storm or not.
Yeah, okay. Sleep sounds good.
I sometimes sleep here. Don't worry, I sleep far from your sister.
Izagani pulled a jacket from his backpack, using it to dry himself off before spreading it out on the floor as a makeshift mat. He sat down, stretching his long legs out in front of him, and glanced over at me with an easygoing smile.
Hey, don't worry about the storm too much. It sounds bad, but I've slept through worse. Besides, you'll need your energy if we actually end up sailing tomorrow.
The wind slammed against the windows, rattling the frames like they might shatter any second, while the rain pounded on the door so hard it felt like the whole house was caught in the center of a hurricane. This is intense. Every time lightning flashed, the room lit up for a split second, casting sharp shadows on the walls, only for darkness to return as another clap of thunder echoed through the air. I pulled my blanket tighter around me, feeling the warmth wrap around my body. Maha was fast asleep on our mat, completely undisturbed by the thunder and lightning. Ah, I miss sleeping like that. It's so nice to be able to sleep through a storm like that. I noticed an extra blanket folded near my mat. Without thinking too much about it, I grabbed the blanket and tossed it over to Isagani.
Here, you look like you could use this.
Thanks, Chace.
He smiled at me again. I blushed as I laid back... Where's the blush on the character sprite? I want to say blush, blush. I blushed as I lay back down on the mat, pulling the threadbare blanket over me. The wind screeched against the cinder block walls, and the rain kept slamming down the tin roof like 1,000 tiny hammers. The daredevil.
Hey.
I whispered, unsure if he was still awake. His eyes fluttered open, and he turned his head slightly toward me. I need more info.
Yeah?
So, about this daredevil. You mentioned him earlier. Who is he?
The White Devil.
The what?
The White Devil. Do you normally watch streams online?
No. I watch stuff, but I'm more into tech-related channels. You know, software reviews, coding tutorials, computer builds. algorithms and data structures, that kind of thing. You know, there's this amazing channel that breaks down neural networks and how they mimic human cognitive functions. And don't even get me started on channels that feature blockchain technology.
Big tech nerd. We love to see it. The silence that followed felt like an eternity. Isagani looked at me, his expression unreadable. He forced a smile after I finished speaking. The storm outside seemed to mock me with a particularly loud crash of thunder. Good job, Chace. Real cool.
Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah. Well, the White Devil does these extreme stunts all over the world. You've probably seen one of his videos. Jumping off cliffs, surfing in typhoons, that sort of thing.
And now he wants to sail in the middle of a storm for views?
Views, but probably also, like, could be an adrenaline junkie. I mean, like, I would imagine that people who do more extreme sports, so to speak, in that way, also get an adrenaline rush. So who knows? But also for the views.
Pretty much. I ain't complaining though. He's paying a good fortune to make it happen. Guy's got a serious death wish. But I can't deny that the money's good.
Is he really worth risking your life for?
Good question.
I'll be honest, Chace. It's a gamble. But I've been sailing these waters for years. I know how to handle a storm. It's hard to explain. But it makes you feel alive. But don't worry. You don't have to go if you don't want to.
The weather.
Is this storm normal for this time of year? It feels intense.
My favorite adjective. Thunder boomed again, so loud it felt like it was right on top of us, followed by a long, low rumble that shook the entire house. The lights flickered, and I instinctively braced myself, feeling the floor tremble beneath me.
Yeah, it's normal. Especially near the beach. The Philippines gets hit with all kinds of weather. Storms, typhoons, heavy rains. You learn to live with it. When you're this close to the water, storms come in fast, and they can hit hard.
Doesn't it bother you?
I asked, huddling deeper into my blanket.
It's just part of life here. The ocean, the storms, they're all connected. You get used to the sound of the waves crashing and the wind howling. It becomes like, what do you call that? White noise after a while.
Christmas! Lightning flashed again, illuminating Maha's small, cluttered room for a split second. My eyes caught on the small Christmas tree in the corner, its plastic branches strung with faded tinsel and a few mismatched ornaments.
Hey, Isagani, what's Christmas like here? In the Philippines, I mean.
He looked at me for a moment as if considering the question, then turned his gaze toward Maha's old small Christmas tree.
Christmas here? Oh, that's right. You'll be spending Christmas here. 12 days remaining. It's just like that song. On the 12 days of Christmas, my true love said to me.
It's gave, not said, Isagani. It's my true love gave to me.
I blushed, hearing Isagani say the words true love. Get yourself together, Chace. Get yourself together. My God. I was like, oh. First time you're meeting a cute guy and you're like, oh my gosh. Okay. Fun.
Christmas here is different from what you might be used to. We start celebrating pretty early, usually in September.
True.
Lots of lights, paroles, Christmas carols on the streets. People go all out, even if they don't have much.
Oh my God, all of this is true. This is why sometimes I see people are like, why would you like put up your like Christmas tree so early, like in November? In the Philippines, it's a different beast. You're lucky I don't put up my Christmas tree or anything, like the decorations in September. It makes sense though. You want to enjoy it for the whole season.
Even in storms like this?
Storms frequent this place, but it's not that frequent that it ruins Christmas. I think you'd like it. There's always something happening. Noche Buena, Simbang Gabi, people coming together and reuniting with family and loved ones. You'd see it once you arrive in Boracay.
Oh my God. I took a look at Maha, still soundly sleeping in her mat.
Reuniting with family, huh? Sounds nice.
It does. For a moment, we just sat there in the dim room, the storm still raging outside. Go to sleep.
I think I'm gonna sleep. Good night.
Good night. See you when you wake up.
I lay there, staring at the ceiling as the storm outside seemed to grow even more ferocious. I pulled the old worn blanket tighter around me, feeling its roughness. It wasn't much, but in this cramped space, it made me feel snug and comfy. I lay there, staring at the ceiling as the storm outside seemed... Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. My thoughts drifted towards my parents. How would they feel seeing me and Maha together after 20 years? Probably angry. They were the ones who didn't want us to talk to each other anyway. What's the big deal with them anyway? Why were they so adamant in leaving her here? We still don't know. I close my eyes, but the thoughts won't leave, leaving me unable to sleep. Isagani shifted next to the wall, his damp clothes drying out as he got comfortable. I watched him as he stretched out, resting his arms behind his head yet again. He caught my glance and gave me a smile.
You okay?
Yes, I'm okay. Just this storm. It's a bit intense.
I lied. I didn't want to air our ugly family drama laundry to him.
It's just the rain, man. You have to try staying at my house in Boracay once we get there. It rains a lot.
You live in Boracay Island? You have a house there?
Yeah, I do. Rains a lot, though. Especially during Burr months.
Burr months.
Merciful Jesus! Oh, God. I don't think I'll ever get used to something like this.
That was such a funny reaction.
That's so cute. Don't worry. I'm here. You know, I'm actually a pluviophile.
A pluviophile?
I asked, a bit surprised by the word. Wait, did he just call me cute? I could feel the heat rising in my cheeks.
A pluviophile. It means someone who loves the rain. I find the rain calming. There's something about it. The way it washes everything clean. The sound of it hitting the roof. It's kind of like white noise.
It is kind of calming, at least for me. I glanced out the small window, though the storm was too fierce to see anything clearly. The rain wasn't just a gentle drizzle. It was a torrential downpour, accompanied by thunder that seemed to shake the walls.
Just focus on the sound of the rain. Let it drown out everything else. Trust me, it'll help.
I closed my eyes again, this time letting myself fully relax. The warmth of the blanket, the steady rhythm of the rain, and the comfort of knowing I wasn't alone in this storm. All of it began to ease the tension in my body.
I think it's working.
Even though the storm outside raged on, I felt very calm inside the small room, like a little world of its own. Safe.
Good night, Chace.
Good night, Isagani.
The storm became a soft lullaby, and before long, I began to sleep. Okay, and that's where we're ending it here. We're ending it right here, rather, because I need to get going. But that's a nice little introduction. We got through the storm, seemingly, as this new scene suggests. But it's very interesting. So Chace, recap, Chace and Maha were together as kids. But then, for some reason, some secret came out, something related to Maha, supposedly. And their parents left with Chace only to the States. Where in the States, we don't know. I'm assuming somewhere where there's actual winter, because if they went to somewhere in California or like Arizona where it doesn't really do winter in the same way, then I would have high doubts about experiencing a winter, like a white Christmas, etc. Anyways, and then after the parents have died, Maha sends Chace a whole bunch of emails to reconnect. How do we know where these emails, how do we know how she even found like the emails and stuff? But anyways, that's a question. But now they're here together in Boracay. And hopefully they're going to reconnect and everything's going to be fine. But also, we need to know what happened, because it doesn't seem like either Chace or Maha really know. Like, they probably know bits and pieces, but Chace really doesn't know anything, seemingly. And maybe Maha might know more, or maybe we'll meet people who knew them, like, as kids, or knew the family, at least. Who knows? But anyways, I'm really enjoying A Tropical Christmas so far. It was also nice to meet Isagani, and seeing the cute little kind of, like, attraction that Chace has towards him, and I was like, oh my gosh. So we'll see. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please press the like button, and if you'd like to see more of A Tropical Christmas, feel free to subscribe to my channel and press the bell for notifications of when I post. I also do other playthroughs of indie visual novels here on the channel, so feel free to check those out. Anyways, stay warm. And I will see you all next time. Bye!